Hi, grade 7 students. Welcome back to our science class. Get ready with the following materials. Your interactive science textbook, copybook, workbook, pen or pencil, highlighter, earphone. Are you ready for the lesson? Then follow the textbook pages 538 to 541. Chapter 14, A Trip Through Geologic Time. Lesson number 4, The Geologic Time Scale. Now let us to check our lesson objectives. Explain how and why the geologic time scale is used to show Earth's history. Now let us to check few words from this lesson. Geologic time scale, era, period. Now let us to check the review of the lesson. The geologic time scale. The geologic time scale is the calendar for events in Earth's history. It subdivides all time into named units of abstract time called in descending order of duration: eons, eras, periods, epochs, and ages. Geologic periods. Eras are subdivided into units of time called periods. The most well-known of all geological periods is the Jurassic period of the Mesozoic era. The Paleozoic era is divided into 6 periods. Cenozoic era is divided into 3 periods. What is the geologic time scale? When you speak of the past, what name do you use for different span of time? You probably use names such as century, decade, year, month, week, and day. But these units are not very helpful for thinking about much longer periods of time. Scientists need to develop a way to talk about Earth's history. Because the time span of Earth's past is so great, geologists use the geologic time scale to show Earth's history. The geologic time scale is a record of the geologic event and the evolution of life forms as shown in the fossil record. Scientists first developed the geologic time scale by studying rock layers and index fossils worldwide. With this information, scientists placed Earth's rocks in order by relative age. Later, radioactive dating helped determine the absolute age of the divisions of geologic time scale. Figure shows some of the earliest known rocks. Look at the diagram. Ancient rocks. The Luar rocks in Greenland are among the oldest rocks on Earth. They formed after heat and pressure changed sedimentary rocks that formed under early ocean. The geologic time scale. The divisions of the geologic time scale are used to date events in Earth's history. Therefore, the divisions of the geologic time scale depends on events in the history of life on Earth. Figure shows the major divisions of the geologic time scale. The geologic time scale starting with the Precambrian time. The Precambrian time 4,600 million years ago into 542 million years ago. The duration of the time 4,058 million years. After Precambrian time, the eras are started. Paleozoic era, Mesozoic era, Cenozoic era. Paleozoic era 542 to 251 million years ago. The duration of the Paleozoic era is 291 million years. Mesozoic era. It's starting with 251 million years ago to 66 million years ago. Around 185 million years. Cenozoic era 66 million years ago to 1.8 million years ago. Cenozoic era, around the duration of the time is 64.2 million years. After the era, the periods are starting. Paleozoic era again divides 6 periods. Cambrian period, Ordovician period, Silurian period, Devonian period, Carboniferous, the last one is Permian. Mesozoic era divides 3 periods. The first one, Triassic, Jurassic. The last one is Cretaceous. Cenozoic era is divided to 3 periods. Paleogene, Neogene, Quaternary. These are the divisions of the geologic time scale. Dividing geologic time. As geologists studied the fossil record, they found major changes in life forms at certain times. They used these changes to mark where one unit of geologic time ends and the next begins. Therefore, the divisions of the geologic time scale depends on events in the history of life on Earth. Figure shows the major divisions of the geologic time scale. Look at the diagram and find out what are the major divisions of the geologic time. Precambrian time. Geologic time begins with a long span of time called Precambrian time. Precambrian time, which covers about 88% of Earth's history, ended 542 million years ago. Few fossils survive from this time period. Look at the diagram. You can see Precambrian time, and the organism live on that time. Eras. Geologists divide the time between Precambrian time and the present into three long units of time called eras. They are the Paleozoic era, the Mesozoic era, and the Cenozoic era. Look at the diagram. Paleozoic means old life. It's around 541 million years ago. Mesozoic era means middle life, around 252 million years ago. Cenozoic era means new life, around 66 million years ago. Now let us to check eras and their divisions and the durations. The geologic time scale starting with Precambrian time, and the eras are started after the Precambrian time, 542 to 1.8 million years ago, around 540.2 million years. Eras are divided into mainly three. Paleozoic era, it starts with 542 million years ago to 251 million years ago. Its around the time duration is 291 million years. Mesozoic era, 251 million years ago to 66 million years ago. Mesozoic era, around the time duration 185 million years. Cenozoic era, 66 million years ago to 1.8 million years ago. It around 64.2 million years. The duration of the Paleozoic era is 291 million years. Duration of Mesozoic era, around 185 million years. Duration of the Cenozoic era, only 64.2 million years. Periods. Eras are subdivided into units of geologic time called periods. You can see in figure that the Mesozoic era includes three periods: Triassic period, the Jurassic period, the Cretaceous period. The Paleozoic era is divided into 6 periods: Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous, Permian. Cenozoic era is divided into Paleogene, Neogene, Quaternary. These are the main periods. Now let us to check the concept map of the periods. The geological time scale starting with Precambrian time. After the Precambrian time, eras are started. We already discussed. Eras are three. Paleozoic era, after Mesozoic era, and then Cenozoic era. Paleozoic era, around 291 million years. It's starting with the Cambrian period, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous, Permian. Mesozoic era is starting with Triassic period, Jurassic period, and Cretaceous period. Cenozoic era is divided into three periods: Paleogene, Neogene, Quaternary. These are the main divisions of the periods. The names of many of the geologic periods comes from places around the world where geologists first describe the rocks and fossils of that period. For example, the name Cambrian refers to Cambria, a Latin name for Wales. The rocks shown are in Wales. Look at the diagram, you can see the Cambrian name, it's coming from the Latin word Cambria. The dark bottom layer dates from the Cambrian period. We discuss many things in this lesson. Now let us to summarize our lesson. The geologic time scale is a record of the geologic events and the evolution of life forms as shown in the fossil record. Precambrian time. Geologic time begins with a long span of time called Precambrian time, which covers about 88% of Earth's history, ended 542 million years ago. Era. Geologists divide the time between Precambrian time and the present into three long units of time called eras. They are the Paleozoic era, Mesozoic era, and the Cenozoic era. Periods. Eras are subdivided into units of geologic time called periods. Mesozoic era includes three periods: the Triassic period, the Jurassic period, and the Cretaceous period. Let us to discuss few questions in this lesson. What is the geologic time scale? How long ago did the Earth form? What is the name of the era that makes up 88% of the geologic time scale? What is the name of the era that contains the Devonian period? What is the name of the era that contains the Jurassic period? Now let us to check our lesson follow-up. Go to the pearsonrealize.com, do the lesson quiz. This is the time to sign off our video. We discuss many things in this lesson named as the geologic time scale. I hope that you enjoy and learn many things from this video. See you, goodbye. Good luck. See you. Bye bye.